We live.
We are live.
Happy Sunday.
Another Sunday in the books.
Another week down. First Sunday of April.
Yes,
Second,
it is.
yeah, first Sunday. Yeah.
You've been watching Final Four?
I saw, for women's basketball or for men's basketball?
Men's.
No.
Yeah, I don't watch women's.
Dude, you're not watching Iowa? They're bringing it back.
They are?
Yeah,
For
what's
the
her
ladies?
face? What's her face?
Yeah, she's tearing it up.
She's fucking crazy. Crazy good. Was it Ice Cube that offered her like a $5 million deal? $5 million deal. It was one of the old rappers that has like a women's league now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And instead of going in the WNBA, he offered her $5 million if she went to his.
She'd probably make a lot more going to the WNBA,
No,
right?
dude, they don't make, contract-wise, but I'm sure that there's incentives, and I'm sure that, I think she's sponsored by Nike. She's going to get the sponsorship monies and endorsement will make up for the contract that the WNBA is paying. Right. So,
well, good for her.
Yeah.
Making her own name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So today's podcast, we're going to talk a little bit about
AI.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to have to cut this out because I thought I had this saved, but I did not. Oh, there we go.
I forgive you.
So, AI, I had an interesting thing happen to me the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I have someone that is looking at starting their business, and they were asking me through how we create some of the content, and, best practices, and I went through my use of AI. And as I was showing them some of the things that I was using, tools like ChatGPT, even the software we use to edit this podcast uses AI to remove filler words, to cut out scenes that we don't need. It does the screen splits, just makes my job so much easier. Mm-hmm. The person's response to me was, their first response was, aren't you afraid that the robots are going to take over? And I kind of chuckled at that because we always joke about that too. Oh shit. This is the beginning of the end in a joking way, in a joking fashion.
Yeah.
But I chuckled when he said it, and then I kind of couldn't tell if he was being serious about it. And he showed me this video from this company called Unitree. Have you seen this?
No.
It is kind of interesting. So he shows me this video of Unitree. And check this out.
I'm back.
Welcome home.
Oh, fuck that.
Good boy. Shake hand. Very good. Give me some water.
Sorry, I can't reach it. I'll dance to pleasure you instead.
Nice dance. Now, take a photo of my outfit.
As you wish. Cheers.
Beautiful. Let's go out for a walk.
Built-in LiDAR.
Oh, no. Is that a machine gun? Oh, fuck you, dude.
That's crazy.
Oh, fuck you. It's...
So these things have impeccable balance. And I'm not quite sure, like that thing's $16.99. Now, here's the interesting thing. So when I worked for HP, we had contracts with Boston Dynamics, which we've talked about before. We showed the things that they've created. And this is basically just their technology dumbed down for consumers.
Yeah.
Which is pretty fucking cool. Like, it's wild that it's advanced that far and that you can buy these things now for $16.99. But what would be the point of it? I'm not sure. Like, you're replacing your animal, like animal that you have a human connection with. Like, I'd still choose my dog over that any day. But it is cool to see how rapidly the technology is advanced.
Yeah.
So when he brought this up, he shows me this video and I was like, oh, fuck. But then it made me think back, right? Like, because when I look at this, like, it's cool. It's cool to see how we've advanced. And he's like, to your point, you're like, oh, is that a machine gun? He's like, well, what if they weaponize these things?
Black Mirror. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, dude. And then back to his statement, like, aren't you afraid the robots are going to take over? Like, if that's going to happen, it's going to happen.
It's
right?
inevitable. It's inevitable, right? Like, it's already there. Like, it's ChatGPT. If that's what we have openly, like, just think of what bigger companies have.
Right. What they can do.
What they actually do that they're not sharing out for public.
So, to my original point to him is, like, you just have to embrace it, though, right? Like, if it's going to be the end of us, it's going to be the end of us. Like, that's already in motion. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's so many benefits to AI. And so it made me think back to, like, technology continues to advance. It doesn't go backwards. It's not, it advances, it gets better day after day, month after month. It just continues to exponentially compound.
Yeah.
Technology never goes backwards.
No.
So you don't see people riding down the streets on horses.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
And it made me think back to the AI,
Yeah.
the Apple iPhone evolution.
Yeah.
Like, this technology changed the world of cell phones.
Yeah.
Like, back in the day, it was like, and there were people that when they announced this, there were the early adopters that saw it and were like, that's fucking cool. I need one of those.
That's the big thing, yeah.
And there were others who were like, I'm not giving up my Sidekick or my BlackBerry. I need my buttons so I can text.
Yes. Yeah.
Nobody has a Sidekick or a BlackBerry now. Because not only we may not have an iPhone, but if you have a Samsung Galaxy, right, or an Android phone, that was a spawn of the iPhone. Yeah, this technology changed everything.
Yeah. The majority of people have a computer now in their pocket.
Yes. Like, you were walking around with, I mean, this costs as much as a computer, right?
Yeah.
$1,500,
Yeah.
$1,200.
But it has everything that's ever happened in the world in that. Like, you can Google whatever, dude, in the palm of your hand. It's kind of nutty.
It is. But that goes back to, like, the early adopters saw it in the iPhone. They jumped on it. Those that resisted it because of their BlackBerry, their Sidekick, they eventually had to conform.
They got left behind, too.
There you go. And that's the point I made to him was, if you do not adopt with AI, you'll be left behind, right? Yeah. And again, he asked, well, don't you feel it's cheating? No. How is it cheating when it's become the norm? Like, AI is taking over. You can embrace it and make your job so much easier. Yeah. Because it allows me to do the work of 3 to 4 different people. Yeah. Even with our blogs, like we discussed earlier with ChatGPT. Like, ChatGPT is a phenomenal tool. Yeah. Now, if you just put ideas in, like, how do you use ChatGPT?
Oh, I already have the work done. That's the thing. I'm just refining it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I have a paragraph and I just maybe want to get some other ideas or see what it's going to spit out at me, or maybe I'm thinking of something differently or thinking something wrong, like, it will spit it back out, and I can just take those ideas and be like, I didn't think of it that way, or this is a good word to use, like, to switch it up. But I'm not like, hey, write me a paragraph, write me this. It's more or less like just kind of critiquing and revising what I've already done, and I've already put in the work.
Yep. And if you went to hire a copywriter, how much would that cost you?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
So this is giving you tools and resources to fine tune what you're already using.
Yeah, and it's faster. Granted, there is some, like, you got to make sure that it is right information because not everything that it spits back out at you is factually correct.
Correct.
So you have to be cognizant of that. But it is a faster tool now that you can be like, hey, tell me about this theory. Like, give me bullet points about what this theory means instead of going to Google and then having to like figure out which link that you want to click and then ciphering through whatever it is to find it. Like, it will spit it instantaneously at you. So it saves me time.
Yep. Yeah, I've done that where, because I read a lot of research papers on supplement ingredients. And if there's something I don't understand, I'll just copy the whole study.
Yeah.
Throw it into ChatGPT and basically say, hey, respit this back out to me in language I can understand.
Yep.
Like, make it so a fifth grader could understand this. And it'll do just that. It'll take all the information and it regurgitates it in common language that I can now understand. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you ever looked through some of those studies. Like, it's crazy. I don't understand, like, 0.01% over baseline compared to placebo. And
I've been doing that too because we're doing a lot of, like, in my intro to counseling or therapy classes, there's a lot of studies, research on like what methods work, right? And it's all that kind of stuff. So I do the same thing. I put those studies in there because I don't know what I'm reading. Like, I'm not very like read up on how to read. Like, what am I looking
data,
for?
Right?
Yeah,
like,
you know. But yeah, we'll shoot it out in layman's terms for you to be like, oh, that's what it's actually saying. Like, whatever the people are doing, or the placebo group or whatever it's trying to show, but it's like just way easier to read it than me ciphering through trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're not using ChatGPT, people, you should be, especially if you own a business, if you're a business professional, if you're writing any sort of documents, like, it's a great secondary source to use. Like Nick said, the one thing we don't do, like, I'll use it for my blog post, but I don't just throw in ChatGPT like, hey, write me this blog post. Like, you have to have an idea. You have to have something that you want to go after, and then typing it up real quick. Like, there was one guy I watched, I forget who his name was, so I can't really give him credit, but he's like, I will just throw in the basics. Like, here's my idea. Here's what bullet points I want to hit, just real dirty. He's like, just throw it in there. ChatGPT will spit out the script. And then I go back through and I rewrite it to dumb it back down. Because if you ever do read a ChatGPT,
it's pretty obvious.
It's
not very clear, and it's kind of like,
or else it's too concise. It's so concise and very professional that it just sounds like a robot is talking, to be honest. And so you have to go back through and dirty it back down. And that's why schools, they have that software that can check and see if, like, AI has written a paper, because it's you can tell.
Easy, yeah. And there's a lot of people, like, again, it's just a tool, like anything. Like, but if you are putting, like, it's not very good if you just put in, hey, write me this blog about blah blah blah, write me this paper on this. I need 5 paragraphs, and it spits it out, and you're like, this isn't that good, you know?
Yeah.
But like, if you do the work and then put it in, then you can refine stuff and actually probably make it better. But what's the difference between that and going into, like, now with it's not Microsoft Word, but it's the other one that you can pay for, where it will read. It has AI already embedded in, like, it's not Microsoft Word though. It's like something you pay for, but AI is already embedded into it, so it will read sentences, and then it will give you not explanations, but like different ideas of how to structure a sentence. If it's not like clearly stated, or if it's like a run-on sentence. So like, what's the difference between that's already like approved and you just refining stuff through ChatGPT?
You talking about Grammarly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, it will like substitute words if they think it's a better word. Like,
that's a form of AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all these people are like, oh, I don't use it, I refuse to use it. I guarantee you're using it in some aspects of
some
life,
way or form,
not even realizing it. And ChatGPT has been really cool because I can use that for our own content, right? Like creating videos, the video breakdowns, because it's really easy to get writer's block, or I don't even want to say, where you just like lack of ideas. So I already have a pre-workout to be sent to me to review on my review channel. And it's like, I need a hook. Like, what's a hook that I could use to draw people in. Like I already have the basis of the video created. I'm going to discuss the product. So there's nothing AI can really do to help me there because I'm breaking down the product. I'm talking about the ingredients. I'm talking about what it can do, but I need something within the first 3 seconds to capture that person's attention. And I'll use ChatGPT for that. I'll be like, hey, I need 5 hook ideas. And it'll spit out 5 hook ideas and I'll go through them. And if there's not one there, then I'll have it spit out another 5.
Yeah.
But it helps me kind of like, here's some ideas that'll hook the audience into the video.
Yeah.
I also like to do like ideas, like as far as if I'm looking back through my website and I'll copy and paste my paragraphs into the website on like a product. And I'll be like, if I am a consumer looking for this type of product and these are my 3 biggest pain points, what have I missed to address in this paragraph? And it'll spit back out like, hey, you may want to also talk about this and this. And it's like, oh, fucking cool.
Yeah.
So there's so many values, there's so many benefits, and we're just talking about ChatGPT.
Yeah, and this is just the beginning.
Right? Yeah, there's so much
beginning,
more.
dude.
When it comes to photos, like the Firefly thing is crazy to me now, and how much improved it is now. Like I could post a picture of myself. Like if I wanted a LinkedIn picture, right? I want a LinkedIn profile picture. I was going back through, I was thinking about that because I'm trying to get more involved in LinkedIn.
Okay.
It's like I have no pictures of me in like a professional
like
attire.
at night, yeah.
I can just find a picture of myself, throw it in Firefly and be like, hey, put a suit on me.
Yeah.
It'll put a suit on me and it'll make me look pretty good.
Yeah.
Good enough for a LinkedIn profile pic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So here's the other fear of AI is because of how many jobs it's replacing that you're going to put people out of work.
Yeah, it's the Andrew Yang thing.
Andrew Yang thing.
Well,
Recap.
we kind of talked about that. He ran for president like 2 terms ago. But he was saying he saw the writing on the wall for AI coming and taking over and like self-driving cars, like the truckers are going to be out of the job. So he pushed for universal income, that like people should be basically paid a stipend because a lot of these jobs are going to be taken over by AI, which is already happening, right? Like, well, and the thing is like, look at California. They just passed the minimum wage, like pushed up the minimum wage for fast food workers, and now to rebat or whatever the word I'm looking for. A lot of those fast food places now are just replacing them with computers. Like, you know, they're like, okay, we're not going to pay you $30 an hour. Like we can't afford that, but I can put a computer in here and it will just take that person's order.
Right.
And you're seeing it for like automated like drive-throughs now. Like there's drive-throughs that don't even have people and you can just spit whatever it's like, you want this, this, and this, and it's just, okay, got it, go. See at the first window. It's not even a human that's taking it. So, but that's just the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like with people knowing this, then people should be jumping on AI to pave their path forward.
For their advantage.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For your advantage.
To learn it, to know, like, to see how you can use it for your advantage going forward in, like, maybe businesses or, like, your business or, like, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a lot of people out there making a lot of money off of AI. Again, people that were early adopters that dug into this. So there's this one girl, and I was trying to find her on here, but she saw that AI was taking over, and so she made a simple course. And her course is only about ChatGPT because, you know, we talk about ChatGPT, but there's so many different ways to use it. And my fear is like what you discussed is people going to ChatGPT and be like, hey, just write me a blog, and it spits out a whole blog and they throw it on their website. And then Google tracks that because Google can also see if an article's been written with AI, and they actually dock you if you throw blogs on your website that are just
That's
AI
good.
written.
That's good that they do that, yeah.
Yep. So her whole course is just on how to use ChatGPT, how to use prompts properly to get what you need out of it. And she's made millions off of it. So this is a person that was a copywriter, was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to be out of business because ChatGPT's taken over. Yeah. And so she shifted. Let me use ChatGPT to my advantage. And she created this course with videos showing, like, here's how to use prompts properly to get the input you need, to get the output you need from ChatGPT.
Yeah.
and it's brilliant.
Yeah.
So seeing her talk about it and talking about like how she, you know, was on the verge of losing her own income.
Yeah.
And she shifted, and now she's making millions from it, more than she probably ever made from copywriting.
Yeah. Well, she saw the writing on the wall that her job is going to be replaced, or already is being replaced. Like,
yeah. And
everyone,
I think her training is like $50, and now any person that buys that training is just income for her. Yeah. She just took the time to make the video series, and you know, it's awesome.
Yeah. I feel for the artists. I feel for, like, dude, some of the stuff that I'm looking at, like Instagram, there's now just Instagram pages where it will be
just
AI art, and it's getting really good. Like, of course, like with Until Death, I really like the skulls and the fucking, like, really like dark, and like this stuff that these people are putting in, and they'll tell you what prompt they ran it. Like, it's, granted, I don't use AI for Until Death. I've always paid an artist.
Yeah.
I've always have, but it's cool to see this artwork, and it gives you kind of some ideas to like push back on artist way, be like, hey, like I saw this, I kind of want to do it this way or whatever. But like, dude, it's really, really good. I feel for those people, because it's like there is going to be less business. I mean, it just is. Like, if I pay $5 a month to go, or whatever, Firefly
through Adobe. Yeah, there's multiple.
Whatever
there's Midjourney, which is like $15,
and it's only getting better per month. So it's like people are going to be lazy, unfortunately. Not lazy, but people would rather have it for free or $5 a month than pay an artist $200 to make a rendition when they can get it instantaneously.
Right.
You know?
And you know that Kittle that we looked at that helped you like Kittle. Design shirts? They have AI built into them now. So where you can spit in a prompt and it'll actually spit you out a shirt design.
I saw... go ahead.
No, just to stay on the topic with your artists, though, I feel like there'll always be a need for those artists because they have their own style that AI will never be able to replicate, you know?
Dude, yeah, I hope so. But like you said, the prompts, like you can say, hey, I want this piece of art in this style, this
in
way.
Van Gogh style, yeah.
And it will push it out, you know?
Yeah.
And like, as I talk about this, and I hope people listening, like there's people that make a living for this. So like, I hope that if you have the money, please go to an artist to pay for, you know, that. But
yeah,
because I've went down the rabbit hole of, it was actually the other night, and I'm glad that we brought AI up, but like there was a Reddit thread in hardcore music, and they're like, keep AI out of hardcore. And the thread was basically out of hardcore music, because now there's artists that are just using ChatGPT to write their lyrics and write riffs and to write, like, you know. So I was like, that's interesting. So I went to one of my favorite artists and copied one of my favorite songs. I spit it into ChatGPT. I said, hey, make lyrics that are very similar to this. Yeah. And it spat me out a song, and it was fucking pretty good. I mean, there was some... It
was just the words, though, right? The script.
It's just words.
Okay.
Words. Gotcha. But, like, it was catchy. Like, there were some good, like, rhymes that they had there. And I was like, whoa, dude. But it's fascinating to me that, like, you can just do that. Mm-hmm. Like, copy your... Like, I challenge anyone, like, go onto ChatGPT and grab your favorite song, copy and paste it, and say, hey, write me a song that's like this, you know? Yeah. And it will spit you out something that's actually pretty good. I mean, granted, there are some lines that are like, oh, but like the majority of the song is like pretty catchy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. They also have these different AI music generators now.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Where it will generate a song. So you pick the genre and you say, hey, I want you to write me a song about this. And it spits out the lyrics and everything, and it actually sounds pretty decent. There's ones called like Melody Studio. What's the other one? Lyrical Lab? No, not that one. Staccato. So anyways, but it'll spit out a full song with lyrics included. You tell what you want the topic to be about, and it'll write a fucking song to any genre. Just crazy.
I feel like it's, dude, the Black Mirror thing, it cracks me up. It's going to be like this not band. It could be a band. It could be an artist, but it's just gonna be an AI band or artist, and it's gonna go huge. And they're just gonna bring this AI, or they could do like multiple concerts in multiple cities because it's just AI. They just bring it out and it just plays. People pay money to go see this AI play music, just like a computer screen.
Yep.
You know,
dude, it's so Gary Vee talked about this as well, the blockchain.
Okay.
And how important. And Gary Vee, if you ever listen to Gary Vee, he's very, very intelligent. He's very can see.
He's like the future. Yeah, he's like futuristic. He can see what's coming, basically.
Yeah. So he was one of the first guys to invest in Twitter, and people told him he was dumb, right? And he made millions off of Twitter because people were like, why would I? When Twitter first came out, again, it goes back to the iPhone talk, right? All these people were like, why the fuck would I want Twitter when I have email? They're like, you can only put 200 characters. I can write an email and I can have thousands of characters.
Yeah.
And people told him he was dumb. He invested his money in Twitter, blew up. He made a shit ton of money on it. He invested in Uber. He invested in, all these different companies before they were a thing. He was one of the first guys to jump onto Google advertising and was paying pennies per click because back then Google advertising wasn't even a thing.
Yeah.
And he preached about that. He preached about YouTube, right? And told people that there are going to be influencers on YouTube that make more money than actors. And people are like, you're dumb. Now that's where we're at.
Yeah.
There's YouTube influencers making millions of dollars. He spoke about TikTok. When TikTok transitioned from Musical.ly to TikTok, he was like, people need to be on TikTok. This is the next best thing. And people are like, you're dumb. It's just a bunch of kids dancing. I was that way. It's like, you're dumb. I'm not going to be on TikTok. Oh, fuck. And then I realized the power. And now, again, I missed the curve and I'm playing catch up on TikTok. So now he's talking about the importance of blockchain. And he is saying that blockchain is going to be so important because of all these deep fake videos and all this, like even the music, talking about people making fake music. He's like, blockchain will become the new standard to where if anybody creates a video, it'll have to be verified through blockchain to say, yes, this came from the official person. So whereas blockchain has originally been, for what Bitcoin and NFTs, they use blockchain to verify. Like he's like, in the near future, and he's saying near, that blockchain will become so important for authentication of content that you create to say, yes, this was truly created by me.
Yeah, that makes sense. And especially for deep fakes too.
Yep.
Because
and that's what he's talking about, deep fakes. He's like,
AI is getting so good with video. Like, and you can find, if you just YouTube it, like deep fakes, and you can, like, people will pose as fucking Donald Trump on there, and it looks exactly the same.
Sounds just like him.
And it's like, there's been Rogan videos that have come out.
Yeah.
And you can
even Rogan was like, oh, fuck.
It's like him in the studio talking with a guest, and it's like, and you can kind of tell, but it's getting to the point where it's going to be, you're not going to be able to tell. You're not going to be able to differentiate.
Yeah.
In the near future.
Yeah.
So I've heard of blockchain, but I didn't realize that there was capabilities where you can run your programs through it or videos through it to verify that it's not like AI.
There isn't. It's not capable of doing that now.
Not yet.
But that's what Gary Vee is projecting. That will become the use of blockchain. And it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But I guess the main point I want to make is like, if you're not using AI to your full advantage, like you need to.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some beautiful aspects of it, right? But with anything, it's a tool. You don't there's advantages and disadvantages, right? Like you still have to, or you should be putting in the work still, right?
100%.
But that's not to say that you should bastardize this, like AI and ChatGPT or anything, because it is kind of like some people look down upon it.
Oh, there's still a lot of people that look down upon it.
But they're going to be left behind if they're not using it, because this is the way forward. And there's no stopping it, dude. The majority of people are using it now. Like there's unless it for some reason the internet got shut down, you know, there's no stopping this shit, dude.
No, it's full steam ahead.
And I think that there will be, like, as you said, like universities are already adopting things where there's programs that can read it, and even you can read it. Like if you read something as we kind of talked about. If you read something that you just prompted and it was just spit it out, you just copied and pasted it, you can pretty much tell that like, you know, this was not written by a human. It's too like precise and clear and nice.
Yeah,
you know?
And it always has a conclusion at the end.
Always.
In conclusion.
I know.
And it recaps everything. It's like,
and there's 20 million commas in it. There's like 20 commas in it always.
Yeah.
It's like after "and" they put a comma. It's like, okay, that's not, doesn't read right.
Yeah. But for those that do bastardize it, I guarantee you're using some form of AI without even...
Somewhere.
Yep. So even when you're in Gmail, as you're writing a sentence and it throws up it's like tries to finish your sentence for you, like that's artificial intelligence that's writing that, right? Like... Jump on the bandwagon, people. Yeah. Let's go.
And if you haven't seen the South Park episode of ChatGPT, it's so, dude, they did the fucking, it's so funny. I just watched it like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
It was one of the characters. The kids were obviously found out that there's ChatGPT for school. So they were just like putting in prompts about whatever the paper they had to write. Mm-hmm. And they were getting like 100%. And like the teacher was like, this is the best papers I've ever read. Like,
these kids are so smart. But it's because of me.
Mr. Garrison, the teacher, finds out that the kids are using ChatGPT, but he also found out that he can use ChatGPT to grade their papers. He's like, I'm going to save so much time. So he's using ChatGPT too to grade the papers. But it all came about because the kids didn't want to text back their girlfriends. So there was a prompt in ChatGPT where they could just copy and paste whatever their girlfriend said into ChatGPT and say, send me or say how I should respond. It would just take that and put it back in the chat. And like, they go out to breakfast and the kids they're dating and they're like, the one girl's like, I'm so glad, Kyle, that you like told me. I never knew that like you were touched by your uncle. And he's like, what? yeah. ChatGPT was fucking. I gave this whole spiel, and she's like, "If you ever need anyone, I'm here for you." And he's like, "Oh fuck, we might have gone too far." But what's even better about that episode was fucking Trey Parker, and whoever the guy is. It's written by ChatGPT. The episode is written by ChatGPT.
No shit.
Yeah.
Good for them. That's thinking.
Dude, I know.
Those guys are brilliant.
Yeah. So they're like, we need to get ChatGPT out of the school. How do we get ChatGPT out of the school? So they bring out this like Indian guy. He has like a hawk on him. He's like a
shaman.
He's like a shaman to get the ChatGPT out of the school. He's like, I know ChatGPT's in here. He's like sprinkling stuff. He's like doing like rituals to try to figure out where the ChatGPT is. Oh man.
Oh my God.
But that's you if you don't use ChatGPT. You're just that little fucking, you're going to be left behind in the Stone Ages, you know?
You've got to, man. But not just ChatGPT. Like, I would even recommend, depending on what industry you're in, I'm sure ChatGPT covers like 90% of them. But do some research. You know, go on YouTube. Like, dude, I've been watching all these, YouTube videos about business and just thinking about how we can evolve. Because that's the thing. Like, regardless of AI, if you fail to evolve as a person, as a business, you're going to be left behind. Not just with AI, but it's like, how do things that were successful for us 1 year ago, 2 years ago, are not making us successful today. Yeah. So it's like you have to move the needle.
Yeah, especially in the supplement industry. Like it's so interesting, especially like with the influencers. Influencers are big. Now influencers are not big. Like you can't really make it, and now TikTok's there, so you can do that.
I would say athletes are no longer big.
Oh, athletes.
It's more influencers. So it's a shift from athletes to influencers. And you just have to stay ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
But regardless of what industry you're in, it's like jump on YouTube. Try and find what AI tools are available out there, because we're just talking about ChatGPT. There's video editing. There's new AI software that'll do like your accounting for you. There's so much shit out there that can help you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Don't get left behind in the dust.
In the dust.
In the dust. Yeah.
Yeah, and go buy one of these robots from Unitree. $16.99.
That is so.
That's just one of them. They have like 4 or 5.
Yeah, I'm out.
They have like
I've
4 or 5
watched the
robots
dude. I've
that,
watched the Black Mirror episodes. Like, I'm not doing it. They had a dog robot one Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, I think they actually used one of the Boston Dynamics robots for that.
They did, and the dogs turned.
But that just goes to show also the power of AI, because Boston Dynamics, I remember when we first landed that account when I was at HP, they bought like a couple workstations, a couple like $25,000 workstations to build these things. So you have a $25,000 computer. They had 2 of them. And then as they advanced and they started getting all these investors, and they're coming back to like, we need 15 workstations. And then it was like, all right, we need 100 workstations. Yeah. You're like, holy fuck. Like, we were just loading these guys up. And it's because they're just growing and advancing, and they need more power. And there's more money being dumped into them. And now you see that, like, they actually signed a contract with the New York Police Department to have those dogs on the streets. So I don't know when that's going to happen, but they signed the contract. Yeah. So it's coming. And there are, with these robots, would I have a benefit of having that $1,600 robot? Maybe to fuck with my other dogs, but could you imagine? What the fuck is this thing? But there are benefits, like how bomb units can use those dogs and not put anybody's life in danger. Yeah. I think of like EOD, like we're not,
Yeah, they're definitely using those in the little aerial drones now. Like, before any human goes in, they send those in to see what the situation is. And like we just saw that dog. Yeah. It has LiDAR, so it can track everything, and it shows position. It would show positions of people in a room, so you know where everyone's at. So it's great for military use and police use. And so I'm trying to figure out what would I use that dog for? Like, why would I buy it? But like, why do I have a dog in general? But why would I have a robot dog?
Yep. Oh shit, they're already on Amazon. You can get the Unitree Go-To dog for $2,400. That's the advanced version.
Free shipping?
Free shipping, bro. Let's jump on it.
Okay. 2-day shipping? Should we pull our money together and just get it?
Just get a dog and just
have it here roaming around. Dude, that is. How many years do you think until there's actual, like, we actually have robots? Like it's like iRobot. No, I know the dog.
No.
Oh, they have those out now?
They have humanoid bots. Look at them.
Oh, my fucking God, dude.
Oh, look, it dances.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted it for. I'm going to spend.
Look at that motherfucker. It can run in China.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, so they're selling these dudes.
Is this a Chinese company?
It is a Chinese company. Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, he has in-depth cameras, 3D LiDAR.
Oh, and you think that the Chinese have your information just from TikTok, motherfucker? Wait until they have these dogs in your house.
Yeah, these humanoid robots.
You don't think that there's a backdoor system that's put into this that they can just fucking take it and know everything?
Here's the one thing I will say. I don't know if they chose the right picture for that. That looks a bit aggressive, like it's punching you.
Dude, absolutely. Look at that fucking thing. What is that arm, dude? That looks like it's going to snap, like, boom.
It does. It looks like it's a ramming rod. Yeah. Breach and clear. Boom. Yeah, I don't know. And then why do they... Look, he's like, come on.
Why is he kicking
the dude?
Why?
Yeah, just to show, like, that's the thing with the technology in these things is they're so crazily advanced that they're what do you want to call it? They're balanced. They're
they can do jumps. They can flip. You saw the dog flipping. Like,
yeah. So here's the B2 dog. This is the level up from the other one that we looked at. Look at it. Oh, it's hauling ass.
I can't do it.
0.3 seconds, 2 meters in 0.3 seconds. The guy, I'm walking on banana peels.
Yep.
And he doesn't lose his balance. He's like,
he'll be in the kitchen with
me. And they're pushing him
while I'm cooking.
Yeah, try and fall. Nope. He's like, I ain't falling. And they try and pull him down the stairs. Oh, look. They're rolling rocks at him and shit. But, yeah, it's pretty crazy, dude. Yeah, this is the world. People, get on it. This is my one fear with these things. Not that they're going to take over and become like they're going to be. But I fear that there's going to be some people that will try to replace the love of like a pet with one of these things, right?
Yeah.
Like, what if you're going to spend that much on this robot, you're going to use it every day, and then do they become emotionally attached to this robot?
Yeah.
That's a bit weird.
I would freak the fuck, like, dude, that would scare me Think about you're sleeping and in the middle of the night you just wake up and that thing's on top of you. It's like my greatest
trying
fear,
to cuddle,
dude. You know? Yeah.
Like, hey,
hello, John.
Yeah.
Like,
Cuddle me.
What are you doing, dog robot? Let's go on a run.
Yeah.
It's 3 a.m, dog robot. What are you talking about? No, I want to go on a run now, John.
Now, John.
Now, John.
It's
now,
blue light
John.
starts turning red.
It starts like hitting you. Now, John.
With its fucking breech buttons.
Now, John. Oh God, no.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go dystopian, but like I've seen too many of these movies. You know, it's too like.
Yeah, dude.
I personally won't buy one.
I don't think I'll buy one, but it's cool to see the technology and how it's advanced for sure.
Like, okay, get this. If there was a robot that came out, AI robot, and it was like a chef robot, I would buy one of those.
Like cook me food.
Yeah, like I just had a little chef robot, and like I would just like go to the store, buy some stuff, and I'm like, hey, chef robot, like make me this, and he's like, okay, Nick,
make me a souffle,
right? Make me a nice lasagna.
Meal prep for my week.
Seriously, that would be. Then I would buy one. But
it's coming, bro.
I know, but I would take out the batteries on that every night, like hide him in the lock
Go
him
to
up,
sleep.
Lock him up in the closet with fucking chains around him so he doesn't wake up. I know it's coming. It's coming faster than we think, and it's literally like iRobot.
Yeah. I was shocked that these robots the dog ones were available for public purchase. You know.
Yeah, dude.
Go get it now.
You can get a dog AI robot.
It would be cool to have one at the house to fuck with the other dogs.
I'm not doing
piss me off. Like,
it's too much.
Guys, I'm gonna go get Rodney. Rodney robot.
Yeah. Yeah, Rodney.
You better start acting right, dogs, or else I'm bringing out Rodney. I could see my dogs are so just skittish about everything. They would just like hide in the corner, just probably be there shaking. You want to pee in the house again, huh?
Yeah.
Bringing out Rodney robot.
Yeah, we're gonna replace you, bitch. This dog robot don't pee or poop.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, right? It's a man's best friend.
Got 3 dogs, I can get 3 robots.
Wait till it starts putting on hair and stuff. Like they actually make it look like a dog. Because that is still creepy looking, but like
That's
wait
creepy.
until they like make it into an actual dog.
It's got
robot.
weird blinking eyes.
Yeah. But it doesn't have to
that
pee or
make like
poop.
a shutter noise.
Never have to take it out. It's there forever.
Yeah, fuck.
I don't know if this gives me any peace of mind. Like, I think I'd rather just be alone than have this thing to keep me company. You know,
Oh,
like,
dude, 100%.
Just looking at it, like, what the fuck? Like, do me a little dance. Do a dance.
Yeah, like
How many dances do we see it do? I feel like that was all it was doing. It was just
well, that's what they're trying to show off. Like, really, it is a cool factor. You get it. Does a couple dances. You're like, that was cool. That was cool. But now what?
yeah, but like it said,
your friends come over. Hey, let me show you this party trick.
Right.
Check that out.
Yeah.
How badass is that?
Yeah.
All right, now I put it back
As
in the
it's
closet.
videotaping you constantly, right? It did.
Take
I mean, I
pictures.
guess if you're a runner, that's kind of cool. Like it could pace you.
Ooh.
It could pace you maybe, marathon runner, or like it could videotape you. So David Goggins, you don't have to take your wife every time you go out now to videotape you. You could just take this dog for your 50-mile runs.
Yeah.
And it would just be behind you videotaping you the whole way.
Yeah.
And he could just be like, who's going to carry the boats, bitch? Like, you know,
Get a close up.
Yeah.
Get a close up.
Yeah, and
dog.
then your wife can sleep in peace instead of her at 3 a.m. fucking videotaping your ass doing your 50-mile run.
Is it his wife?
Yeah. Or it's either his girlfriend or his wife.
And is she like in a vehicle recording?
She's in a vehicle.
Or
She's like,
on a skateboard?
There's fun. No, it's in her. There was one on a video. She's like, David wanted to go on a run tonight. It's 2 a.m, and like she's videotaping him 2 a.m.
So who's driving the car?
She's driving it.
She's
driving it and videotaping it. It's out of the it's through the car windshield. She's like driving. She's videotaping it while she's driving, like him.
Oh, that's not safe. Like she got to try and keep him in frame.
I don't think she's
drive.
videotaping the whole time. I think it was just that part to like show off on Instagram, like that piece. Like,
but what about his ones where he's running and he's talking to the camera, right? Which is all the time.
Yeah.
Who's filming those? Her.
It's probably 2 people. I'm sure that there's one driver and then
I would fucking hope so.
and then her in the passenger seat actually videotape. Hopefully it's not her like
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah, but that comes with that comes with the territory. If you want to be girlfriend, boyfriend, married to David Goggins, there's going to be nights, the majority of the time, where you're going to be fucking carrying the boats with him outside when he just goes, "Yep, we're just going to go on this 50-mile run. I have to
Let's go.
Yep,
Got to do
And you're
it.
like, "Okay, babe, I'll get in the car. I didn't want to sleep anyways."
Yeah, who needs sleep?
It's all right. It's David.
50 miles.
It's David fucking Goggins. It doesn't matter. It's David Goggins. You're married to David Goggins. This is what you signed up for.
That's right.
But yeah, maybe that, dude, if you're a runner and just like pacing or like they can videotape you. But
See your gait.
what?
See your gait.
See my gait.
Yeah, you run. What do they call it? Your gait.
Yeah.
Check
Maybe
your
it can
form
show.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of a tripod at the gym, you'll just bring your dog. Yeah. We're gonna have to outlaw
Film
that
me,
shit.
yeah.
Dude.
Film me
Film
fucking-
me deadlifting.
Yeah.
Just sit there. This is my emotional support dog. Oh no!
God damn it.
You think that would?
Dude, don't be giving these influencers any
Sorry,
ideas.
guys. Don't fucking listen to this shit.
Dogs all over the gym,
Don't.
fucking recording
I know.
everything.
We're gonna
And
have
the
to
creepers could use it to their advantage too. Hey, Doug, see that
send
chick
me
over
a
there?
follow her.
Start
No,
getting
what?
videos, bro.
Follow her.
Creepy motherfuckers.
Like, you could
See?
use it for
AI's
security.
gonna-
I know, but I was thinking like you could kind of use it for security. It's another like security thing, I guess, in your home. You're just like, hey, dog. Like if it had the capability to do it, like sit on this door, or like if it has LiDAR, right? It can track everything.
Yeah.
So like if you just sat it in a room, like in your main entrance or whatever,
Yeah.
sat it there, and then if something were to happen, someone broke in, it could fucking call 911 or detect you or let you know that there's an intruder right then and there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm
just thinking
And
of
then fucking could have someone that does try to weaponize their dog.
and then you
themselves.
strap a machine gun on it,
Yeah.
and then it's like,
Yeah. All right, good talk. Anyways, people, like I said, jump on AI.
Yeah.
Start doing some research. I would be all about it if I were you.
yeah. And if you buy the dog, let me know. Let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. It's really not that expensive, to be honest.
Yeah, who's going to
It's
buy?
a new iPhone.
All right, let's go through the comments real quick.
Okay.
We've got, all right, we respond to that. All right, so Pratt Fitness, he listened to the Peter Voogd episode, said, such a good podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kurt Locker, awesome guest. I find more refreshing every day to see men and women of faith being more open about their beliefs. In my opinion, it's what the world is missing, faith, hope, and the love, and we all know which is the greatest.
Agreed. As our institutions start crumbling, we go back to religion, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But I think people need it. I think it's good for society. I think we are now figuring out that it is actually like a good thing. We kind of going full circle.
Stiggs McQueen jumped on here. He had actually 4 questions, actually 5 questions that he wanted to direct to Peter if we could have a follow-up session with him, which I'm sure we could.
Yeah, we could.
Dude, 6 questions. God damn, Stiggs.
It's good. Thanks for
thanks for-
listening, dude. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. What?
Like, God damn it.
Yeah.
No, it's good content.
yeah.
So rather than reading them all on here, I think we do loop Peter in and see if he'd be willing to answer those questions. We
Yeah,
appreciate you, man.
there's a lot more we could ask Peter.
J Doggy Fit. Where did Peter say he was from? I'm from Coos Bay. I'm close to Florence. Hey, there you go. Connecting people. Small world. I just downloaded all 3 books by Peter. This was so awesome. The energy from Peter was amazing. Watching him and going to read the books on my way home, I'll be playing them.
Sick.
So he went and bought all 3 of Peter's books.
It's awesome.
Excellent. Yeah, thanks. Peter was a good guest, and that's why we need to have more guests on.
Yeah.
From different. We just got to do a better job of pulling people in, but we're going to.
Yeah. His energy was great, dude.
Oh, he was
It was
all about it.
electric. It was good. It was
He was fired up.
contagious energy. You did want to go home and 7 ways to $7 bajillion.
And I will say that he, what he motivated me to do was I started like listening to more entrepreneurial focused like content. I started getting more back involved with like Gary V and the Think Media team. There's so much great stuff out there that you can go out and consume, and it just makes you feel more empowered. Like the business, our business is very volatile. So we have great days, and then we have some bad days, and we had great days, and lately we've had some bad days, and it's just shit that's out of our control. And definitely by resetting myself and listening to some of these guys talk, it's like, cool. You know, I'm able to take nuggets from it. I feel more empowered. Push harder.
Yeah, I like that he talked about that. Like, it may be sometime, like, even if you have a long drive or something, instead of putting on music, and I think there's a time and place for music too. Like, I know he was all about like books. All you can listen to is podcasts and books, but like, I think music can also put you in a good mindset as well.
Yeah.
But maybe some of that time you could find a good book to listen to that could, in whatever industry you're interested in, or whatever industry that you're trying to get into, you know, just learning, you know, because that's a good time to learn. You're just sitting in your car.
Yeah, very much so. But that's all the feedback we had, so thank you guys for tuning in that episode. It was a really good one. We missed last week, but took a little bit of a break.
It was Easter.
We're back. Yeah,
Easter last week.
Hope everybody had a good Easter.
Yeah. Ate a lot of Cadbury eggs.
Is that the one where Bwok? Bwok, bwok. It's like the lion? You ever seen those videos? No. Cadbury Easter Bunny, and it's like a lion trying to be the...
I don't think so.
Check that out.
Okay, I will.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Black Sheep out.
Peace.